Never use a torch to heat a propane tank that begins to frost on the outside. Have appropriate fire extinguishers which within easy reach at all times. Fire alarm devices. OSHA requires an alarm system can be established by an employer to alert workers on the job site and local fire departments of fire emergencies. Job site telephones and employee entrances must have alarm codes and reporting instructions at employee entrances. Employee training. It requires that all employees be trained to use fire extinguishers. Training is required upon employment and at least annually thereafter. It is recommended the training sessions cover how to determine when a fire is too big to handle, what type of extinguisher to use, and the pass system of early stage firefighting. It is also recommended that live fire training be conducted periodically. This level of training is not needed each year. Live training exposes employees to the pressure released from a fire extinguisher when the handle is squeezed and provides hands-on practice extinguishing a fire. Some local fire departments and most fire extinguisher suppliers offer this type of training. Explain in detail about fire protection and safe work practices. What is a fire triangle? Explain the different components. Also summarize OSHA fire standards for fire protection and fire prevention. Fire triangle. The fire triangle or combustion triangle is a simple model for understanding the necessary ingredients for most fires. The triangle illustrates the three elements a fire needs to ignite: heat, fuel, and an oxidizing agent. A fire naturally occurs when the elements are present and combined in the right mixture. The fire triangle consists of three components. They are oxygen, heat, fuel. Oxygen, heat, fuel. Four things must be present at the same time in order to produce fire. Enough oxygen to sustain combustion, enough heat to rise the material to its ignition temperature, some sort of fuel to or combustible material, and the chemical exothermic reaction that is fire. Reporting and extinguishing a fire. The fire department and area supervisor will be notified when a fire is spotted. All workers will be alerted and evacuated as needed. The pass method will be used to extinguish the fire by those employees who have been properly trained. The area will be evacuated immediately if the fire is large. Fire protection. Before each project begins, the project manager or designee will contact the local fire department and determine whether any variations from the company's standard fire prevention procedures are required. No smoking signs will be posted in all regulated areas. Only approved containers will be used to store flammable or combustible materials. All containers will be bonded together. bonded together and grounded when transferring flammable or combustible liquids. All work areas will be kept free of debris and other combustible materials. Inside company-owned or leased buildings, fire extinguishers will be spaced no more than 100 feet apart and will have no less than a 2A rating for every 3,000 feet of protected building. All employees will be trained on the use of fire extinguisher initially upon hire and annually thereafter. No employee will be permitted to use an extinguisher without having fully trained. Without having been fully trained. Fire extinguishers will be stored. Fire extinguishers will be stored at a distance no greater than n feet from the torch users.